Absolutely. I had a really good indoor season, and I'm a lot more confident as an athlete. I've grown a lot. Last year was my first year as a professional, and my season didn't go nearly as well as I thought it should have gone. So we went back to the drawing boards and focused on a lot of things this year, and I'm just becoming a more mature athlete. So I was very confident that if I just executed my race the way I needed to, that I'd come out victorious today.
Tiffany, you raced for Great Britain, but you actually were born in Michigan, correct? And I know that in the European Championships you did very well this year, but you stumbled at the end, and they had to take you for an X-ray for your shoulder. Has that injury lingered at all, or are you?
So I got back, and that week I wanted to get right into training, but that didn't happen. So I actually took 1 week off. I was just biking and rehabbing that whole week, and then for about 2 weeks after that, I was kind of restricted over hurdles, but I was still able to get in a lot of base work. So other than that first week, it really hasn't held me back. They told me 4 to 6 weeks off, but
not for you, huh?
Not for me.
Yeah, where are you going to be running next, and how are things going to progress for you?
Well, next week I'm getting married.
Oh, man.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm taking next weekend off, and then...
Just the weekend?
Just the weekend. We get married Saturday. Monday I head over, and I'm going to Daegu and run another race that weekend. So no time off. I wanted to just get the wedding kind of out of the way a little bit, so I can focus on the season. I didn't want to do it in like the fall, and I'll be thinking about it throughout the season. So that's my plan of attack.
Train because of the nerve stuff. Is 1280? Is that okay with you for where you are right now? Are you still set?
It's okay. I think it's the slowest I've ever run here under like nice conditions like this. So definitely should have ran faster. I know I was extremely winded at the end of the race, and that is like never. Usually I can keep my form sharper than I just completely fell apart. So, but the same thing happened last year. I lost to Damu, and then I came back and I beat all of them at 5 solid diamond leagues in a row. So this race is important for me because it's my hometown, but at the same time I have to take it as a grain of salt because I have an extremely long season ahead of me. So, and then also usually a lot of obligations here, so kind of ripped me apart this time. Not as relaxing as I would want to race, and the other girls kind of come in, it's not, their family's not here, their friend, they didn't grow up, around the corner, so sometimes it's better to have that kind of atmosphere, and you can just have a free mind when you run. So I know I just had a lot going on, so.
Lolo, I know the community really appreciates you coming back, and I saw you tweeting a lot about what you were doing, and one of the things you were doing was you went to Callanan Middle School this week. Can you talk a little bit about Ask, Listen, Learn and what it is that you did there with them?
Well, the Ask, Listen, Learn program it's talking about saying no to underage drinking and just a healthy lifestyle. I know child obesity is, gaining too much momentum in this country, and so it's just trying to help kids understand about, getting out there, putting the video remote controls down and getting out there and getting active. So because the kids are our future, they're our future Olympians. So if we don't help out the kids now and kind of set that message, you might not have another Iowan to cheer for.
Talk about Tiffany's progression. She won here a couple of years ago, but how has she evolved? What's her future look like as a hurdler?
Well, with all hurdlers, the more you age, the better you are. It's like wine. So she's having a great progression. She's right on track to do well for her, her country in the London Olympics. So I don't know. I'm not her. So other than that, that's all I can kind of tell. I know. Yeah.
Lolo, given the I guess the timing in the season and all that sort of stuff, is there ever a scenario you envision where maybe you wouldn't come back here to be better prepared for what's ahead?
Next year is a huge concern because it's the Olympics, and I have to peak for the Olympic trials, then I have to peak again for the Olympics. In this race, because Brian Brown is trying to make this race more competitive. When I first ran drag relays, I think there was one person that was professional, was more college, and then every year he's added somebody else. And I don't know if this pressure situation would be good for my very first race. And so I love running and competing, but I don't think it's beneficial to have 3 races where I'd have to peak at the beginning, the middle, and the end. Because that's what I felt like when I came here. I was like, I feel like I have to peak, and it's my first race. And I don't know, it's kind of hard sometimes to deal with that. So.
When do you when you're in an Olympic year, when do you make that decision? What meets you may end up going to?
I guess just maybe like a month or so before. So, yeah, I don't know. The last 2 years, I feel like I've been rushing to kind of get prepared for drag relays. I've come in here either injured or I get injured, and I don't know. Last year I was able to rebound from it, so I'm definitely hoping I can do the same thing. Use this loss as motivation. Sometimes that's kind of what you need, is.
Can you just I know it's hard when it's your hometown, but can you just say, "Look, guys, I need to shut it down this week"?
Are you kidding me? Are you
Well,
kidding
that's
me?
what I mean. Is that possible, or
No. No.
so that has to.
When
almost-
my phone was blowing up, 515, 515.
Yeah.
Every day it was like just nonstop text messages, 515, 515. So I was like, gosh. So, no, I can't. But I like to embrace it because there's not a lot of times I get to talk to kids, especially when I went to Callahan. Like, I wouldn't give that moment back. I don't care if somebody told me today, hey, if you say no to these things, you'll win Drake relays. Would you do it? No, because I had a blast at Callahan. It was probably the highlight of my week, to be honest, talking to the kids.